Welcome, seventh graders, to the very first day of school at Soul Road Middle School. I'm so excited to be teaching all of you today. My name is Mrs. Francis, and I'll be your science teacher this year. Now, if you're watching this, then that means the district had some technology issues that I wasn't able to do this live with each of you. But that is okay. During these different learning times, we're just going to remain kind and patient and know that no matter what the issue is, we're going to figure out a workaround and we're still going to learn science. And I'm so excited for that. So welcome to your first day. Okay, let's talk about some routines. The first slide that you will see posted on the board anytime you come into the classroom or anytime you join a Google Meet with us, if you're learning from home, will be this slide. It's going to tell you everything that we need to do in class that day. That's over here on the right. And then over on your left is going to be your homework. So I'll have some different slides so that we get to see some different Bitmoji classrooms, but you'll see this every single class period. Okay, so what are we doing today? You guys are going to get to ask some questions. I'm sure you have a million, and I want to answer every single one of those. Hopefully I'll answer some today, but I have a feeling that I'll be answering them all week, and that'll be good. So please keep asking questions. I'm going to show you how you're going to do that in a minute. You're also going to create a virtual locker. It's going to be your very first assignment for this class. And the last thing we're going to do is check out the Wonder Tube. This is one of my very, very favorite phenomena, and you'll learn what a phenomena is this year. We'll do lots of them. Okay, over here, your homework is the virtual locker. I'm always going to tell you when it's due, so it's due Wednesday by 3 o'clock. We're going to work on it today, and then you're also going to have time to work on it during class time on Wednesday. So I call it homework. It's just something that I want to make sure that you get done because it's going to be a graded assignment. And we are grading assignments this year. I'll be giving you lots of feedback, and the assignment grades will be going into School Tools. It's going to be different than the spring. So I just want to make sure that I set you up for the very best success in science class. So make sure you have written down this homework somewhere, whether it is a written planner or you have an electronic version of a planner or an agenda. Make sure that you've written that down. So if you want to pause this video right now or at any time during this recording, please do that. Get yourself all set up and then just turn it back on when you're ready to move forward. Okay, so those questions, let's start there. I just know you have so many. This is so different than what we're used to, but we're going to make it really exciting and really fun and have a great year no matter what is thrown at us. Okay, so I'd like you to go to your Google Classroom. If you can have that up, I'll show you in just a second, but we're going to ask a question. You're going to ask me a question in the question section that will count for your attendance and also for your participation for the day. All right, so let's open up Google Classroom. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So here's our Google Classrooms, or here's mine, and I want you to click on block 2 or whichever block you're in. If you're my block 4, my block 6, my block 8, or my block 3, then you'll notice in the stream, I've got some announcements for you guys. Welcome announcement and also the link to my Meet the Teacher video. I hope you watch that. I really think there's so much information that you're going to get, and really so important for me. There is 2 surveys, one for your guardian to do or your family and one for you to do, and it just gives me really good information about you so we can have a better learning environment this year. All right, so in our stream, not where assignments are. Assignments are posted in the classwork tab. So you're going to click classwork. And let's start with a blank page here. We're going to scroll down to attendance question. So at the start of class, every single day, you're going to find the attendance question. You're going to click on it, and your screen's going to look a little bit different than mine. You're going to be able to actually type your question and hit submit. So if it is turned in, I know you were in class. I know you were participating, and that's how I'm going to keep track of those things. Okay, let's move forward. What do you need every day? I'm guessing all of you are wondering this. You're not going to have a locker this year. You're going to carry a book bag, but you need to remember you only need stuff for 4 classes each day. You're only going to 4 classes. So don't bring everything. That's too heavy. No one wants to carry that much. Just the 4 classes. Your book bag will go underneath your chair. The supplies you need will go on your desk. The stuff that you need, a charged Chromebook. And I really recommend you bring the cord because I have outlets in my classroom. Every classroom does. If yours is going to die, mine doesn't make it a full day, you can always plug it in. You're going to need earbuds. We'll be watching videos sometimes, and we just don't want that like echo of 20 or 30 people watching a video at the same time. You're going to need a 1-subject notebook. We're going to use it as our science notebook this year and put lots of amazing stuff into it to show our learning, and it'll be a great study tool for you. You need something to write with. I would bring a pencil sharpener as well as having an eraser on the end of your pencil. And I really need you to bring a whiteboard in and whiteboard markers. Just a simple one like this. This is what my son and daughter are using. So it doesn't have to be anything special, something that'll fit in your backpack, and we're going to use that to write on and then like show our answers during the day. You'll also need colored pencils. We're going to do a lot of work making models and posters, so we need to make them beautiful, so we're going to use colored pencils. The other thing I want to make sure you bring is water. We need to drink water during the day, and right now our water fountains are shut off. You cannot get a drink of water, so please bring a water bottle so that you can drink throughout the day. We just don't allow glass, and you can't have any like monster drinks or soda. It has to just be water. If there's any questions about your supplies, that is a great thing to ask in your attendance question of the day. Okay, if you are at school, you are going to wash your hands as soon as you come into my classroom. We're also going to wash our hands before we leave. The sinks, there's 4 of them. I've numbered them, and your table assignment tells you which sink to use so that we spread students around the room and keep our 6 feet of distance. But you're going to turn them on the left-hand side. The lever is right to the side of the large faucet, and you want to turn it on really slowly. They honestly spray some water. They make a mess, and I don't want your clothes getting sprayed. So just turn it on really gently, and then use the soap, use the paper towel to dry your hands when you're done, and then the paper towels will go in one of the 2 garbage cans that I have, one by the entrance and one by my front desk. One thing about hand washing, and I really am not meaning this to treat you like little kids, but most adults don't do this either. You really need to wash your hands for a long period of time. They say like sing the happy birthday song 3 times to yourself. You need to make sure you get the front of the hands, the back of the hands. You need to get in between your fingers. Tons of germs like to be there. And you also need to make sure you get your thumbs. Everyone forgets the thumbs. Then I go back through and I get everything again as I'm singing, some silly song to myself. So please, please put some effort into washing your hands. If we can keep the school germ free, and the science classroom is the best place to do that because I have the sinks, we'll be able to do more and more live teaching for you to learn each day. Okay, for those of you at home, some tips. Make sure you are logging into each of your classes at the start of the class, even a couple minutes early. I'll be playing some music. Just rock out to some tunes, but make sure you're there a couple minutes early. We start on time every day. Make sure your mic is muted. We don't want all the weird sounds if everybody has their mic going. You're going to use the chat for science class. I just got to say, like the hello, hi, those sort of things, and typing questions to your friends. We'll save that for social media. You guys are great at that. That's not what this chat box is. This is for classroom questions. You will be speaking through your microphone. I have it set up so everyone in the classroom is going to be able to hear all the students at home. And I'll be calling on you. We'll unmute, you'll speak, and then we'll mute again. All right, are you ready for your first assignment? I'm so excited for this one. You guys are going to create a virtual locker. my students just love, love, love having a locker. It's usually their very first locker. So I feel horrible that you guys don't have that opportunity at this moment. So we're going to make a virtual one. And that's going to be just as exciting and have just as much stuff in it as you would stuff into a regular locker, although easier to keep clean. So you can read the directions and see what I'd like you to add to it. We're going to be working on a lot of skills, and then I'm actually going to share your lockers with the students in class, so we'll get to see what each other likes to do. Here is actually my virtual locker. So you can tell from looking at this really quickly that I love flowers and gardening. I'm a huge sports fan. SU and the New York Giants are my jam. I love to read. I like music, and chocolate is definitely like the way to my heart. I also enjoy meditating and taking like moments of peace during the day, and I got my planet in for science. So you can tell a lot about me from this. And then I have also a nice area where I am typing about my locker. So you guys are going to do this exact same thing. The cool thing is I have set up for us a video of me, a tutorial of making my locker. So those of you that are not sure how I got this page to look like this, you watch the tutorial and you're going to be all set. Let me show you where you're going to get this assignment. You're going to go to your classroom. So let's start here from all your classes. I'm going to pick block 2 again. It's not in my stream. That's where just important information is. It's in my classwork. And it's a getting to know you assignment from our first week. So I would click on virtual locker assignment, tells me when it's due. I'm going to open it up, and when you click here, it's going to automatically open up your own copy for you to type in and create. And when you're done, you're going to have a little button here that says turn in or submit. So you want to make sure you hit that when you finish. So right now, no one's done it. We haven't started the day yet, but as the day goes on, I'll be getting more and more lockers turned in. Okay, so go ahead and take some time, watch the video, complete your virtual locker, and once you've paused and you've worked on it for a little while, maybe take 15 minutes, start the video back up. I have some more exciting things to show you. Okay, it is time for our very first science phenomena, one of my favorites actually. I want to just talk about science just for a second. Lots of people have this idea as science being some old guy with weird hair in a lab setting somewhere is like blowing stuff up, maybe like this or like this. But I have to say, that is not at all what science is. Science is so much more than that. And those of you that are a little bit worried about science and science has seemed hard to you, know that as long as you are curious and you want to know things, you wonder why things work the way they do, then you're going to be a great scientist and you're going to have so much fun in science class this year. So forget about that idea of science and know that it is so much more. All right, so the first thing we're going to explore is called the Wonder Tube. All right, so I want you to start this video, watch Paul Anderson, one of my faves, perform the Wonder Tube, and then come on back to the video when you're done. All right, now that you've seen this, was that not crazy? Are you wondering? Are you curious about how that worked? If you are, that's a sign that you're going to be a great scientist. It's sort of mind-boggling. When we're in the classroom, I'll actually show this live to you as well. All right, but we need to set up our science notebook because we're going to put all of our thinking down on paper. So I'd like you to open up to the very first page, and you're just going to create this as your very first page. So anytime we use a science notebook, you'll see this icon. You're going to title the first page as Table of Contents. I'm running out of battery. Hopefully I'll get through this video. You're also going to write page number, title, and date. Once you have that filled in, you're going to add today's assignment. Page 1, the Wonder Tube, and the date was 9/14. Could be the 15th if we struggle on Tuesday's teaching as well. Okay, pause if you need to. I'm going to move on. Set up your table of contents, and you're going to skip 4 pages. That's for all the table of contents. We want to start on page 5, actually, the 5th page in your notebook, but you're going to add this title. The date, 9/14 or 9/15, the Wonder Tube, and it's going to be page 1 of science teaching for us this year. Then I'm going to have you add these 3 headings. Your first line, what do I notice? Question mark. Type that exact sentence. What do I wonder? And the third thing we're going to do today is model. You want to draw what you see. All right, so pause the video, set up your notebook, and when you are ready, hit play. All right, so I'm going to start this. As you are watching this video over and over from Bozeman Science, you are going to write down everything you notice. So I just saw him pull on a red string and it moved a blue string. I see a white tube. Those are all things that I could write down as what I notice. What am I wondering? How does the red string attach to the blue string? And how on earth did he just open that and there's nothing in between, right? I have so many questions. I challenge you to write 20 questions. Now, here's the thing about writing questions. Sometimes we think our questions aren't good questions. We're not happy with them. It's okay. No one's going to look at your notebook but you. So even if you think it's a silly question or it's not technical enough or something, write it down anyways. Your brain's going to get stuck on it if you don't get it on the paper. So write, just keep writing anything that you are wondering and anything that you notice. Pop back and forth between the two, and when you think you have it done pretty well, go ahead and restart this video. All right, a little bit of share time. I'd really like you to click on this slide. It's going to take you to Pear Deck, and you're just going to pick your very favorite question. Doesn't matter, whatever one you want to share. I'm going to share these with the class on our all virtual day on Wednesday so that everyone can see all the different questions that everybody had, so we can talk more about how on earth this Wonder Tube phenomena is working. All right, so go ahead and pause, write your question, and then restart the video. Okay, the next step, we are going to model what we're seeing. If you can draw what you see, you are understanding more about the world around you. Sometimes drawing it is going to help you figure out what's happening. So go ahead and make a diagram of the Wonder Tube. Try to figure out what you think is going on here. What makes this phenomena work? Pause the video, make your model. All right, I hope your model looks amazing. I can't wait to hear some of your ideas, but I do want you to take a second glance at your model. Here are some things that all models have to have. And I didn't tell you to begin with because I'm wondering how many of you thought of this. But is your model labeled? Like the yellow pom-pom, the white tube, the string, absolutely everything you drew should have a label next to it. When you're as bad of an artist as I am, which I forgot to say, this is not about artistic ability. This is just, a simple drawing. The best that you can do is absolutely good enough, as long as it's labeled. If you label it, then everyone knows what you're doing and what you're trying to draw. Color. Did any of you think to get out your colored pencils and add some color? Using color helps the brain process. Also, did you add details? Did you add that as he pulls up on the green, it's going to move the blue? All right, those are all details that we would want to add. And an explanation. Every model should have one. So right now, pause the video and write your explanation. How do you think this phenomena is happening? All right, I am hoping that I have intrigued some of you to try this at home. Now, it is not an assignment. It is not homework. You don't have to do this, but if you're curious, I just want to show you how easy this could be. This could be a paper towel roll. It could be an empty toilet paper tube, and it could be some string. It could be yarn. You don't need pom-poms to create this, right? Like it could just be the string, or maybe you want to tape pennies to the end just to help you pull. But can you make the Wonder Tube at home? I would love to see some of you try, and I'd love to see what you do. So on Wednesday, if anyone wants to share, don't have to, but if anyone would like to share on Wednesday, I'd love to see even a picture of what you did, or if you want to hold up on Wednesday and actually show the class what you did. I bet that you guys can figure out what is going on with this phenomena. I just have a feeling I have some amazing scientists in this class. So it's a challenge. It's not homework. Just a reminder, your homework is the virtual locker, okay, down here. And I know it's kind of hard to see, and I'm now covering it. I apologize. But the virtual locker is due on Wednesday at 3 o'clock. So you got time today in class, or you pause the video and hopefully worked on it, or you can work on it now. And you'll also get some time during Wednesday's class. Congratulations, because you just made it through your first science class. First day of school is going to be done soon. So congratulations to all of you. I'm so proud of you for working hard and doing everything that we need in this very unique learning situation. We are going to have a great year, and I so look forward to seeing you in person. Have a great day.